Similar to our first example, if the volume and rate of infusion are known, then the time can be calculated using the formula below. Previously, we took the volume divided by the time to arrive at the rate. Now, we're going to be taking the volume and we're going to divide that by the rate to determine the time to infuse. And this is a very important calculation in pharmacy because as far as for IV preparations, this calculation is the day's supply. So when calculating days supply for IV preparations, we'll use this formula and we will always round the answer down to the whole hour. Okay, so let's look at this example. If a volume of 1,000 milliliters is infused at a rate of 100 milliliters per hour, how long will the bag last? And this is a common question that we need to know. So we have our volume of 1,000 milliliters, and we have our rate of 100 milliliters per hour. And if we simply do that division, again, I always recommend using a calculator, we will come up with 10 hours. So it should take us 10 hours to infuse this bag. And this is important because as a pharmacy technician, you need to have the next bag available to be hung. So again, you've got a few examples here, and you might want to pause and work these examples, and then I will come back and show you how to work each one of them. So let's calculate the total time to infuse, remembering that the answer should be in whole numbers. In the first example, we're going to infuse 1,000 milliliters of normal saline, and we are infusing at a rate of 83 milliliters per hour. So using these calculations, we're going to take 1,000 divided by 83, and we will come up with 12.048 and some additional numbers. And remember, we said that you're going to round that down to the nearest whole number. So it's going to take us 12 hours to infuse this bag. In other words, at the end of 12 hours, we're going to need to be sure that the next bag of fluids is there. In the next example, we have 500 milliliters infused at a rate of 125 milliliters per hour. So doing this math, we're going to know that it's going to take us 4 hours to infuse this bag of fluids. And then our last example, we have 750 milliliters infused at 31 milliliters per hour. Which is going to come up with a figure of 24.19 and again some additional numbers. So we would round this down to 24 hours, but another thing I would want to note here is if you did have a number greater than 24, you're not going to leave a bag of IV fluids hanging greater than 24 hours. So just realize, even if the bag could theoretically last more than 24 hours, you would change the bag at the expiration of the 24 hours. Okay, and we have a couple more examples. We're infusing 1,000 milliliters at 200 milliliters per hour. So taking 1,000 divided by 200, and this bag will take us 5 hours to infuse. And then our last example, we're infusing 250 milliliters of D5W at 100 milliliters per hour. So we would say that the answer is 2 hours.